Hello everyone. I want to think of a cute name to call, like, you guys, the subscribers, I guess. So I'm gonna call you Cutie Pies. Hello, Cutie Pies. And today I'm going to be discussing feminism and Disney princesses. So, and before we get into it, it is so hard to do wing eyeliner on hooded eyes. I have hooded eyes, and it is like you can see the battle scars. It is so it is so hard to do. If you have hooded eyes and do a great hooded eyeliner, I applaud you because I can't. I think like this is good, but we shall see. And I was inspired to do this video by the YouTuber Mina. She talks about historical accuracy of costumes. Her channel is really great and she's so cute. And she was talking about Disney princesses and the historical accuracy of their costumes. And I was inspired by her video to make this video, so thank you to her. And let's first, I want to define feminism for you. Feminism, as defined by Google, is the advocacy, I can speak today, of women's rights on the basis of equality on the sexes. And the princesses, I'm going to show you the whole lineup, but I'm going to be talking about a few today. I'm going to be talking about Princess Jasmine, Pocahontas, and even though she's not on the lineup, Esmeralda, Cinderella, and Tiana. And like from the feminist point of view, they are how feminist are they? Which I don't like how I phrase that. More so, do they, like, how does the media portray them? I believe my point of view of feminism is that every, like, woman, no matter what shape, color, religion you are, trans women are women, that we should all treat each other with respect. And I hate that we keep putting us women to the standard of men. I believe that we should just respect women and their choices. I got makeup in my teeth. Respect women and their choices and try to be kind to everyone, and just like basic civil rights. Like, I believe every woman and like men, I believe feminism is just make sure that women are getting their voices heard, even men, because even men have to deal with like sexual assault and stuff like that, and harsh body standards. I just feel like we should just be kind and treat everyone with kindness and respect, and that's my belief. And Princess Jasmine and Esmeralda and Pocahontas are the few women of color that are animated and are Disney princesses. But even though they made like leaps into mainstream media, they are over-sexualized. And the one critique for on the feminist standpoint of the Disney princesses is that it's a typical heterosexual woman gets saved by man, happy ending. That's the main critique. But also regarding Princess Jasmine, Esmeralda, and Pocahontas, even though they're the few women of colors, and it is a great leap for them to be put in mainstream media, they are sexualized. And I love Jasmine, and I want to preface this, I love the Disney princesses, but you know, with everything there is good and bad, and we should talk about this, especially, you know, like growing up and looking back on these Disney princesses, what we can do better for the future, hopefully Disney, but I want to hold my breath. But I love Jasmine, obviously, we share a name. I was named after her, I believe, and she's so pretty and feisty. And I believe Aladdin is one of the great Disney Renaissance movies, but she is over-sexualized, especially like her costume specifically. Immediately described that it's not historically accurate at all, and she is like 15, 16 in the film. And that scene, especially with Jafar and her red costume, like looking back, it makes me super uncomfortable. Like, that is very, I believe if she had a different costume, it would have just made it a better film. And it's just, I can't believe Disney would over sexualize her like that. And Aladdin is based off the 1000 Nights, and it's based off 1000 Nights, and it's about this woman who tells her husband a different story so she doesn't get killed. And Aladdin is one of the stories. And yeah, it's just a shame that, because Jasmine is like, you know, feisty, and she was, like, feminist leap, I guess, because during that time, because she was feisty and didn't want to be, like, told what to do, but it's her costume. I Mina mentioned that it's based off of, like, the styles during that time, during the 90s, but still, I feel like they could have done more, like, better for her costume. And then now, to mention Esmeralda, she God Help the Outcast. She's one of my favorite princesses, and God Help the Outcast is one of the best Disney songs. It's beautiful, and Esmeralda is a like complex mental character because she's feisty and then also like very kind to Quasimodo, but she's extremely sexualized as well. She does, I believe, like a lap dance in the movie, and the Hellfire, like the priest Frollo, like why do men like Frollo still exist today? Talks about how much he wants to like fuck her. Like what? Like how did they get away with this? But yeah, she is also sexualized, which is crazy. And another woman of color, Pocahontas, which her stories, like Disney totally glorified Pocahontas' story, and it's not historically accurate, like at all, and it favors the white men. These white men are dangerous.
These white men are dangerous.
And her costume is very not historically accurate, and she's very over sexualized, and they wanted to make Pocahontas sexy because they thought the original, like, fucking Pocahontas wasn't sexy enough. I'm like, pardon? Like, yeah, it's just crazy that they wanted to make, even though these movies are for children, they wanted to fit into the male gaze, which is the male gaze in film is it's catering to the male eye, which a lot of movies do. And in my opinion, it's just bad that, you know, the few women of color, the representation, you know, it's in mainstream media, but still it's impressionable young girls, and it's just sad to see like them sexualized. I was editing this, but I forgot to edit this out. But also, I read this article on the effects of colonialism and how the princesses that I mentioned fit into the male's gaze, and the article calls it a white male's wet dream. It's a very interesting article. I will show the authors too. It talks about some of the key points I mentioned in the video about how the few women of color Disney princesses are affected by this, and it talks about the few like feminist critiques at these movies. But yeah, two interesting. I'm not sure if there's the same article or two different articles, but yeah, interesting reads, and I got some of my main points from them. And then because there's Princess Jasmine is Arab, Esmeralda is Romania, Roma. I'm sorry if I said it wrong. And they also use the G slur, which is what, and then, you know, Native American and Indigenous, Pocahontas. And when will they stop, when will white people stop, like, messing up these characters? And when will white people stop voicing these characters? Like, most of the cast for this movie, white people voice people of color characters. I just feel like Disney needs, and even though like it was back then, I feel like there's no excuse, and I feel like Disney's kind of getting better. But yeah, that's the first part of the video, and then I'm gonna be talking about Cinderella. And Cinderella does, even though she does follow the heterosexual romance and she gets saved by the prince, I feel like people who make that critique don't really know the story of Cinderella. First of all, she was abused by her family, and she lost like her father, her only ally. So she just lived this horrible life, but still had a smile on her face and still was kind. And I feel like she wasn't saved. She saved herself by being kind, and like she didn't go into it wanting to meet the prince. The fairy godmother, I feel like, saved her the most because gave her like just a moment of happiness, and where she wasn't being like the maid or anything like that. So I feel like, yeah, people don't they judge Cinderella too harshly. And the next princess I'm going to be talking about is Tiana. I love Tiana. I love Princess and the Frog. And she breaks free from that stereotype because she talks about, well, she is wanting to like make a restaurant, and she's a working woman, and she works hard, and she doesn't need like a prince to come save her. But the one critique I do have with this and other films is that with people of color in films, like half the movies them as like some sort of creature or animal. I feel like Disney needs to break away from this stereotype as well. And it's not daylight anymore, but I just wanted to do an ending for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope everyone had a great Christmas, and hope everyone has a lovely new year, and I hope I got my points across in this video. And I hope if I said anything, and if I said anything wrong or have any incorrect information, please feel free to leave a comment, because I always want to be respectful and try to pronounce things correctly. And thank you again so much for watching. Yeah, thank you for watching, and I will link the articles in Mina's channel in my description box. And thank you again. Bye. Oh God. Should we respect?